to How the World Works. The video that I'm responding to on um, nuclear free world minus Iran and North Korea is actually quite an old video, but I've only just seen it, and I felt that to properly reply to it, like you asked, the comment section wasn't enough. Your whole argument is based on that America is the only country that you trust with nuclear weapons, as if your trust was enough to decide who gets what. Um, but let's examine that for a second. Just the claim that America is more trustworthy than others. I mean, I'm not saying that Iran and North Korea should have nuclear weapons, but to say that America is more worthy of our trust in general as a global community is ridiculous. I mean, America is the only country to have dropped the nuclear bomb. I mean, Japan, you might remember that. A lot of people died. Um, but not only that, I mean, every every successful intervention that the U.S. has participated in. I mean, even World War I, World War II, you won insofar as wrecking shit goes. I mean, you bombed a lot of shit, destroyed a lot of buildings, killed a lot of Nazis. I mean, well fucking done, man. I mean, but where was the funding afterwards to build schools and health centers and hospitals? I mean, you lent the money. The UK's paid back a couple of years ago, I think, the the rest of what they owed you, but that wasn't a kind of donation. It was a business investment that came back with interest. So, and then after that, Vietnam, Somalia, the Iraq wars, and not to mention Afghanistan and the recent Iraq invasion. So, I mean, why would you give the biggest and most powerful weapon to the most trigger happy people in the world? Surely we should, if we're going to trust someone to police the world, someone to trust with these nuclear weapons, it should be someone with a record of unbiased kind of policies. Maybe the Swiss, for example. They're very good at not going in. They're very, impartial in arguments. We could trust them, definitely. But the U.S.? Really? I mean, especially when you're absolutely paranoid with security. I mean, to even imagine that these countries could attack the U.S. has got the most ridiculous military spending. It exceeds every other country in the world by 2-3 times, I think, that of China, and yet America's paranoid that tiny little countries like Iraq are going to launch an attack. I mean, that justifies you. It can't be held in a rational society. I could go on, and maybe if I'm more with it later, I'll post a better reply to some of your other hilarious videos. Till then, ponder on these words.